Hello, dear friends. I'm so grateful you're here with me today because what we're about to talk about is something close to all our hearts. Aging, it's a journey filled with so many changes, not just in our bodies, but deep within our souls. And for those of us in our 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, that journey can sometimes feel a little lonely or confusing, especially when it comes to our relationships, our sense of self, and the intimate parts of our lives that we rarely hear about openly. If you've ever felt unsure about how your body is changing, or if you worry that love, passion, or connection might be slipping away with time, please know you are not alone. Today I want to speak gently and honestly about what happens after 50 physically, emotionally, and in our relationships, and to share stories of hope, courage, and rediscovery. This is a safe space where aging is not something to fear, but something to embrace with compassion and dignity. Let's begin with the body, the vessel that carries us through all these years. For women, the transition through menopause can be one of the most profound changes. Suddenly, the rhythms we once knew shift. Hot flashes, night sweats, and hormonal ups and downs can make us feel as if we're strangers to ourselves. Alongside these physical symptoms, many women notice changes in their libido. Desire may ebb and flow unpredictably. Some days feel vibrant and full of life. Others might feel quiet, almost empty. For men, the changes are often just as real, though they might show up differently. Erectile dysfunction becomes a common and sometimes embarrassing challenge. Testosterone levels decline, and that familiar spark might seem harder to find. It can feel frustrating or even shameful, but it's important to remember that these changes don't mean the end of intimacy or connection. Rather, they invite us to explore new ways to express love and desire. Our emotional landscape changes too. Self-image can become a sensitive topic as our bodies bear the marks of time wrinkles, gray hair, or aches that weren't there before. Society's youth-centric ideals can sometimes make us feel invisible or less worthy. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your beauty, your worth, your capacity for love and joy do not diminish with age. If anything, they deepen. Sometimes, years of life bring regrets or unresolved feelings. Maybe there have been hurts, disappointments, or emotional distance from those we once felt closest to. This can create a quiet loneliness, even when we're surrounded by others. But here is the truth. It's never too late to heal, to reach out, and to rebuild trust and connection. Let me share a story with you of a couple named Helen and George. Both in their early 70s, they had been married for over 40 years. Over the past decade, their conversations had grown shorter, their touches less frequent. George struggled with erectile dysfunction, and Helen, after menopause, found herself less interested in sex, unsure how to express her feelings without causing tension. One day, after a quiet evening, Helen shared her fears, not just about sex, but about losing the closeness they once had. George listened, really listened, for the first time in years. They decided to seek the help of a counselor who specialized in aging couples. Slowly, with patience and honesty, Helen and George rediscovered intimacy not always physical, but deeply emotional. They learned new ways to be affectionate, to communicate desires and vulnerabilities without fear or judgment. Their love took on a new shape, softer, more understanding, yet no less passionate. Their story is a beautiful reminder that connection is possible at any age if we're willing to nurture it. Another story comes from Alice, a vibrant woman in her late 60s, who, after losing her husband, feared she'd never find love or desire again. For years, she kept her feelings hidden, afraid of judgment or rejection. But with encouragement from a close friend, Alice started attending a support group for widows and widowers. There, she found a community that understood her, who celebrated life's later chapters with warmth and openness. Slowly, Alice began dating again, not rushing, but exploring what brought her joy and comfort. She discovered that intimacy could be playful, healing, and affirming, even after loss. These stories teach us that emotional safety and open communication are vital. Whether you're navigating a long-term relationship or starting anew, sharing your feelings with honesty creates a foundation for trust. If you're struggling with physical changes, consider talking to your doctor or a specialist. There are treatments and therapies today that can help with menopause symptoms, erectile dysfunction, and other health concerns. You don't have to suffer in silence. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Aging is a natural, beautiful process, full of wisdom and growth. Embrace your body with tenderness, appreciating its strength and resilience. Let go of shame or societal pressures that tell you how you should look or feel. You have the right to experience pleasure, love, and connection exactly as you are. If you find yourself feeling isolated, remember that many others share your journey. Seek out friends, support groups, or online communities that uplift and celebrate the richness of life after 50. Social connection is one of the most powerful medicines for the soul. You might wonder, what about intimacy beyond physical touch? Intimacy also lives in the quiet moments, holding hands during a walk, sharing a favorite song, laughing until your cheeks ache. These moments create bonds that no age or ailment can break. So, my dear friends, if there's one thing I want you to carry with you from today's conversation, it's this. Your later years can be some of the most fulfilling, loving, and beautiful chapters of your life. With patience, courage, and openness, you can rewrite the story of aging, creating a narrative of joy, connection, and self-love. If you're feeling hesitant, uncertain, or even afraid, know that those feelings are natural, but they don't have to hold you back. Reach out for help when you need it, whether from professionals, friends, or loved ones. Your feelings matter, your desires matter, and your happiness matters. Let's create a world where growing older is not a time of silence or invisibility, but a time of celebration, learning, and deep connection. Because every wrinkle tells a story, every gray hair is a crown of experience, and every heartbeat is a testament to the beauty of life lived fully. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If this message has touched your heart or made you feel seen, please like this video, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and subscribe to The Age of Beauty. Together, we can build a community where aging is honored and celebrated, where you always feel understood, supported, and loved. Until we meet again, take gentle care of yourself and remember, your beauty shines brighter with every year.